Unlike other jurisdictions, Canada has a national use of force framework. It's an improvement over the historic and traditional model, which was a step-up model.
In other words, if a suspect or a subject was engaged in a particular behavior, the officer should be engaged in a particular response. It was very, if they're doing this, then we're doing that. And the National Use of Force Framework, instead of being focused solely on subject behavior and officer response, was primarily focused on an assessment of the situation.
That's a little bit confusing to look at, certainly when you look at it the first time. But if you look at the center of the wheel there's the situation.
It was developed a number of years ago now through input from trainers from across Canada as well as academia. It's certainly underpinned by the court decisions over the years, case law. And it's to provide guidance with respect to use of force decision making.
Whenever an officer is explaining the use that he or she has made of force, that has to be the starting point. And as we know, that begins with an assessment of the risks posed by the individual and categorizing those risks and then explaining why the force options were used in response to those particular risks.
In other words, what's happening right now? Where is it happening? Under what conditions is it happening? How much time do we have to respond? What resources do we have? That assessment begins the moment they receive any information about that particular incident, whether it's through a dispatch from radio or whether it's an on-view incident. They start making that assessment immediately.
Everybody's understanding of what's reasonable might be somewhat different. And this allows us to put a framework around that that helps people understand just what's taking place in a given set of circumstances.